What is up, people? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another watch along here on the Cup Chasers. That's right. It's Leeds hosting Nottingham Forest at Elland Road. It is a massive game down at the bottom of the table. If Leeds are able to get the home victory, they will leap up the table. Big 3 points for them. But even bigger, I would say, for Forest and Sean Dyche's men. Because if they don't win this one, things could start to get really dicey. That's for sure, because they are only 6 points ahead of West Ham. Leeds are as well, actually. They're on the same points. I did not realize that. So, yeah, it's even bigger, massive for both teams. For both teams to get these points today against relegation rivals, of course, for the bottom there. West Ham looked decent, but gave it away against Chelsea. We'll see what might happen. It's going to be a very interesting weekend in the Premier League. So go ahead and smash up the likes for Leeds, I guess, or for Forest, depending on your team this afternoon. Go ahead and hype it up if you got any of those left. I certainly appreciate you being here. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. It would be my pleasure to welcome you to the community here at the Cup Chasers. And I want to know what you're thinking in the comments section down below. All right. Right out the rip, we are going to take a look at these starting lineups. Some interesting, as far as what BBC has put down here, some interesting bits in the lineup. You got the 5-3-2 from Leeds, of course, same old. And it's got the 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, I should say, from Mr. Dyche. But the way these two teams are going to match up and the way these formations are going to mesh together is going to be very interesting to see in this one. Notable differences since the last Leeds watch along we did for their lineup is that it's looking like Okafor is going to be up top next to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, as opposed to Brendan Aronson, who was there in the last game, and he had a fantastic match against Everton in that 1-1 draw. What's very interesting as well is that Gudmundsson and Strauch are on one side, and Justin and Bogle are on the same side together. I guess that might be due to some injury issues. James Justin having to fill in the right center back position. Very interesting to see. Maybe it's because they think they're going to be attacking down Forest's left-hand side. So we shall see. Aronson will be the creative midfielder instead, in front of Gurev and the captain, Ampadu. It's Rodon and Strauch, of course, in the back line. Calvert-Lewin up top, and my man Darlow in the net. Going to be interesting. They're going to bring the heat in this one, I feel like. Definitely going to try. They'll probably play through the lines. They're probably going to want to play more than they did against Arsenal, just because Forest aren't necessarily, the incredible counterattacking team they were last season. And they have Dominguez, according to BBC, starting on the left. I'm thinking Dominguez is going to be in the center. Anderson will be farther forward as it comes to who's going to be in that number 10 role for the Nottingham Forest. I think that Gibbs-white will end up in a wider position, Hudson-Odoi as well, unless they do something we've seen from them before, and Hudson-Odoi and Dominguez are very narrow, and they try to go down the middle of this formation for Daniel Farke's men. It'll be very interesting. Big news. Stefan Ortega, massive. That is a humongous signing for Leeds. Are you kidding me? Stefan Ortega is a huge signing for Leeds, man. And so, or for Forest, I should say, that's a massive signing, and right into the goal. I mean, Matt Sells has been pretty good this season, but Stefan Ortega is fantastic goalkeeper. Immediately the number one in my book, and goes straight in with Ola Aina, Milinkovic, Abbott, who I'm a little bit unfamiliar with, and Morato in this 4-2-3-1 with Sangare in front of the defense. So it will definitely be very interesting to see just what these two teams can conjure. I know the energy is going to be there. That's for sure. I know that the passion, the verve, and the importance of this one will not be missed by either manager, by either players, by either sets of players. It's going to be a very, very good game, in my opinion. As we tick down here, got about 5 minutes until kickoff. Looking forward to a fantastic weekend in the Premier League. We will be here all the live long, weekend long. That's for sure. And we're going to be on the Fire Them Cannons podcast right after this one. So keep it locked in, people. Keep it locked in. Probably doing previews for the Sunderland game. Big, big game for the Arsenal, of course. And I'm wondering if Leeds are going to play out from the back more than they did, if they're going to be more committed to it. Even in the Everton game, it seemed like they were willing to hit it long for DCL and Okafor to win the second balls. Of course, Brendan Aronson is going to battle in there. Very, very strong. Of course, a lot of energy, like a little terrier, like a little pit bull. Just does not stop running in there. And we're certainly looking forward to seeing that on the pitch at the World Cup for these good old US of A. And it's good to see Weston McKennie in the Juventus game yesterday doing good as well. Although they got battered 3-0. The scoreline is very deceptive in that one, but it was a fun game. A lot of vertical passing. You love to see it. I'm not sure if we're going to see that today in this one, the way these two teams match up. But Gibbs-White, still a very good player for Forest. Igor Jesus in front of him today. Hudson-Odoi's got the speed, of course. But the speedsters for both teams are on opposite sides of the pitch. Jared Justin or James Justin and Jared Bogle, I should say, on the right-hand side for Leeds, and the Hudson-Odoi on the right-hand side for Forest. I expect as well that Gibbs-White will end up being pretty wide, and it'll be Dominguez in the center next to Sangare in front of the two, in front of the defenders, I should say. And you'll see Gibbs-White wide, looking to get those crosses into Igor Jesus, looking to cut in on that right foot of his and get the curler, get those good shots in, as we know he can do. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, of course, looking to get back to his best, looking to find another run of form. I think he missed a couple, obviously didn't score in the Leeds game, but he's been on fire before that. So I certainly expect him to do to have something for them today. It's a massive game, a lot of pressure on this one. No, I don't necessarily think that either of these teams are in danger of going down just based on how horrendous Burnley are. West Ham, wet spam, man. They need to show me something. They got to show me something before I believe they're going to be able to escape. Because right now it ain't looking good. Right now it is not looking amazing for West Ham. Every game for them now is massive. Back 6 points. But they played all right in that first half versus Chelsea. They were okay in that first half versus Chelsea. But one of these, a draw is really not great for either of these guys. A draw is not good for either of these two teams. That's for sure. Definitely For sure, a poor result for either team. Probably even more so for Leeds. But Forest are going to have to maybe bring something we haven't seen in a while to win here at Elland Road. Because I personally think Leeds are going to be just fine. They're going to be just fine. As we're getting ready for kickoff here. Hopefully the stream will load. Well, I might be a little bit behind here, people. But we got it up. Production. It's not trying to show me the field, just showing me the Leeds Forest lineup here. Players shaking hands, giving hugs. Yeah, my stream is like really struggling. Really struggling here. This one's even farther behind. All right, here we go. This is a good stream. I'm about 40 seconds behind, but I'm in. We're locked in, people. Here we go. It looks like a nasty, wet evening out there. Oof. All right, here's Okafor running down the line. Finally got a stream going here. And my clock's a little bit ahead. We'll fix it up here. Oh, goodness gracious me. Close enough. Close enough. There it is. And we got Strauch on the ball here. Stream's having an absolute nightmare, and we're down again. All right, and we're back. And we're back. Boom. Synced. Here we go. All right. Here's Grove on the left. Goodmunson down here on the left-hand side. It's going to go to the byline, get one across. It's a good clearance in the stream. Struggling once again. Strauch all the way back to the goalkeeper. Forest happy to let Leeds have possession here. Keeping their formation very narrow against the ball here. Dominguez, yep, chasing Goodmunson. Goes to the byline, gets one across. Brendan Aronson. with the back heel. Very interesting opportunity here with Brendan Aronson in the pocket going for the back heel. And we got a corner kick here. James Justin over it. A lot of bodies in that box there. Here comes the corner to the back post. Header's not necessarily good enough to get it back to the back post. Here's Strout. Leeds just happy to keep possession here. Long ball into the channel here for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Gudmundsson popping up once again on the left. Anderson for company. Goes around him to the byline. Cuts it across. Woo. Ball across. Abbott comes across to defend, and it's out for another corner. Oof. Could have gone anywhere that one. Could have gone anywhere that one. It should have been a goal. It should have been a. No, it's a quarter kick. Yeah, here it is. Here comes the in-swinger. Ball across. Only the Forest defense underneath it. Here's Brendan Aronson hooking it back in. Igor Jesus trying to combine. It's a good tackle there in the midfield. Sean Deitch waving his arms. Aronson always battling in there, man. Aronson always battling in there. But it's a foul against Sangare. And after all that, I'm about a minute behind, people, a minute and a half behind. But my stream is with the live action. My clock just not necessarily there. Leeds have had 90% possession here in this first 8 minutes. And it's definitely what you would expect. You can see the 4-5-1 out of possession for Forest. And it looks like Igor Jesus has gone wide. Morgan Gibbs-White down the middle for this man forward. Is Okafor on the left-hand side. Goes right past Dominguez. Ball across. Who's there? Oh, it goes out for a corner kick. Jared Bogle steamrolling in on the back post. Gives his man a round of applause. Oh man, Okafor just goes by Dominguez so easily there, and Ina has to put that one away. Very, very close to connecting. And we'll get an in-swinging corner kick here. Who's there underneath it? Abbott once again. And it'll come all the way back out here for James Bogle, rather. Woo! Forest players swarming. Oh, and it's a long ball into the channel. Dominguez is going to pull it down. That's a good pass from Morgan Gibbs-White. He's got Adoy on the other side. Fake. Who's going? He's coming back to his right. Ball across. Oh, my God. It's right at Darlow. And Morgan Gibbs-White tries the dummy. But it goes straight to the goalkeeper. Good save. Good save by the Leeds man. You can hear the Leeds faithful in full voice on a full-blooded Premier League night. You love to see it. You love to see it. And the game plan, the game dynamic is surely set. Leeds being tasked with breaking down this tight Forest defense, and they'll wait to counter like right here, but you got to play quick. Sangare forward for Jesus. Quicker. Here's Adoy out wide. 1v1 with James Justin. He's going to cut back for the early cross. Morgan Gibbs-White's there. Header back across. Dominguez. What a block. And again, oh, what a save. I think when we look back at this, it's going to be one for the cameras, but Dominguez causing some danger. That's a good shot there. Good block from Strauch. Ooh, needed to be saved. Needed to be saved. That. I think that's good work from Hudson-Odoi on the early cross. And Morgan Gibbs-White does well. Oof. He does make that look difficult, the goalkeeper. Definitely make it look difficult, but that was a good save. That's for sure. That's for sure. In-swinger here from Forest. Here comes to the back post. Well, it's over, everybody. Jesus does get underneath it, however. Sangare's up. It's in there. Only as far as Hudson-Odoi. Can he get the cross in? Anderson is going to win the corner. Another corner here. The rain coming down in Leeds. All the big men forward. Another in-swinger. No one on the back post, and that one goes way too far for everybody. And the pressure relents. Sean Dyche not happy. Not happy with that one. Certainly not the greatest corner kick Elliot Anderson's ever hit in his life. Leeds committed to playing out from the back. If the stream would work. Forest not pressing with enough players to keep them from marauding down the left here. Struck to Gudmundsson. He's giving it right to Gibbs-White. Gibbs-White puts Jesus in. Rodon comes over. Good D. Good D from the tattooed Phenom there at the back for Leeds. I think Phenom might be a bit strong, but he does have a ton of tattoos. He does. Rodon does have a ton of tattoos. The number 6 for Leeds. And that's good D. Corner kick. They got to do better than the last two. Is Elliot Anderson going to come over and hit the outswinger? Jesus not excited, and he is indeed Elliot Anderson. And here it comes. It's up. Header. Oh, it's right at the grateful Darlow. And he looks to get Leeds going again quickly. Here's Bogle. Or Justin for Bogle, I should say. They look so similar, and their names both start with J. It's confusing. Ampadu with some space. Here's Okafor trying to get Gudmundsson down the line, and he'll chase his own pass and calls the long ball. That's well done. That's well done from Okafor, making up for the poor pass. Here's the replay on the corner kick. Igor Jesus just coming in hot. And Forest just looking a little bit dangerous on the counter attack here in the last couple of minutes. Making sure Leeds are honest, keeping them honest. Got to stay disciplined. You can't continue to make those poor passes, but this is a good ball for Ampadu. Oh, that's an important challenge from Sangare. A very important challenge from Sangare. I think he's a very good player, Sangare. Decent player for sure. Very good in the tackle. Not necessarily the greatest passer anyone's ever seen, but he's a good defensive midfielder for what the 6 role needs to be. Gruev not happy. Dominguez standing on the free kick, but that's some pretty typical stuff there. The ball into the channel for DCL to run at. Might be the first time he gets a touch. Has Dominic Calvert-Lewin even had a touch for 15 minutes in? I don't think he has. Despite the fact that Leeds have had 83% possession, I don't think that DCL's even had a touch. Here's Hudson-Odoi running at the defense. Ola Aina on the overlap. He's going to get a cross in. Darlow's going to be underneath it, however, with only Dominguez challenging. And the idea of getting crosses in for Forest is an interesting one, especially since they don't have anyone up top with any kind of height. Gibbs-White, small. Igor Jesus. They're these height, speedy, technical players. Dominguez as well. Not your traditional number 9s, and Forest are going to look to build here with Hudson-Odoi. Albo says, come on, Forest. They need a performance for sure, but they're looking dangerous on the break. Forest are looking dangerous on the break. Defending well so far, forcing Leeds to try to play through. And Leeds have been more than happy to try to go down the outsides. You can always see, until that one, that's a good vertical pass. Good touch from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. You think Aina is better at left than right back? Interesting. I think he's a good player. Better left foot than Williams. Makes sense. Yeah, I think they're both decent for sure. Good passage of possession here for Forest. Gibbs-White in to out to in, I should say. Here's Sangare. That's a good touch. Oh, take it down and turn. He's got all the space in the world. They got to tell him. It's so congested in the middle of the park. If they do get some space, they got to tell him. I think Leeds will win. I think Leeds are the better side, Albo, unfortunately. But who knows? That's going to be offsides for Igor Jesus. Yeah, I think Leeds are the better team. But, this is the Premier League. You never know what can happen. Oh, it's a massive match for both teams. They're on 26 points. West Ham are on 20. And, an opportunity to gain. Not that I think West Ham are going to win their game. They're not very good, but it'll still be an opportunity if either team wins here to make up 3 points and plunge one of these two teams into an even more desperate fight. West Ham, I'm sure, are watching this one with very much interest. Oof. That's a sore one for Gibbs-White for sure. A high boot. Yo, Albo, that's amazing. That'd be awesome. Yeah, dude. That'd be really cool. One day, one day I'll get across the pond and get to a game at some point. That's for sure. Certainly on the bucket list. Technical difficulties here. All right, we're back. Maybe we're not back. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah? It's like anywhere, there are some places to avoid, but there's some really nice places over here as well, for sure. Should try to make it for the World Cup. Some of the games, I know England games are probably outrageously expensive, but some of the games are not too bad. Some of the lesser known teams are not too expensive. Some of the games in Atlanta, close to where I live, are not too bad. I would definitely like to go to something. I'd like to try to go to something this summer. That's for sure. We'll definitely be doing content. And if I could get out there, oh, bro, Atlanta's brutal, man. Atlanta is absolutely brutal. It really is. Oh man, it really is. I'm closer to the mountains, so like there's a little bit of snow on the ground right now. It gets colder here than it is in Atlanta, but uh, from The Walking Dead, yeah, yeah, Atlanta. Yeah. There are some Walking Dead in Atlanta downtown for sure. Oh my goodness gracious! All right, I'm giving up on this stream. It just won't stop dying. Uh, and so now that's put me back about a minute. I'll stop my clock. But we'll be able to get a full stream hopefully, or not because this one's stopping too. Yeah, although I'm actually right along the Blue Ridge Parkway. I can reach the Blue Ridge Parkway real easy from my house. It's like 20 minutes from here. It's fun stuff. It's a long road up and down the East Coast of the Appalachian Mountains. Not necessarily the East Coast, but up here in the mountains. It's a long, long road. A lot of cool stuff to see along the way. I don't know if it's my internet or what's going on. Don't know what's going on. But I'm going to marry the clock here with my stream. The stream will be caught up in about 20 seconds. And where I'm at, Forest have the ball with Hudson-Odoi here. A train from Miami to Chicago is a long way. It's a long, long way. Yeah. Yeah. 5 days on a train is a long way. Are you going to stop and do some stuff in between? There's a lot of stuff in between. A whole bunch of stuff in between. I'm in between there, actually. Sort of. Broad strokes. But yeah, a lot to do in between. And my clock is just about right now. Abbott's going to take a long throw in here for Forest. Into the box. Cleared away by Gruev. Maybe Strauch. Elliot Anderson's going to get a cross in. Who's there? Back post. Igor Jesus once again cannot get the header in. Oh, yeah. You definitely, yeah, have to stop being in that. I can't be in too tight spaces too long either. And where I'm at, Strauch's coming up. We got Gudmundsson here on the left-hand side, and the stream dies again. This is getting frustrating. Here he goes. Right at the heart of the defense. Dominic Calvert-Lewin gets a touch. Oh, it's one away from Elliot Anderson. but they immediately swarm. That's going to be a foul against. Yeah, Forest have played well. Forest have played well, Elbow. I agree. They absolutely have. It's been a decent showing. They need it. They've looked dangerous on the counter, that's for sure. And if they keep giving, I'm on something called camel.live because this game is not on any of the streaming services I have. And so it's a little behind. I think it's a little bit behind. Hudson Odoi is just offsides here in my stream in the 22nd minute. My clock is about right, but it keeps stopping on me, it keeps messing up on me. I think at halftime it'll sort itself out and it'll be better at halftime. Yeah, I mean if there's something better, I'll go to something better. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll go to something better. I've tried a number of things over the day. I guess I should just get a freaking VPN at this point if I'm gonna be streaming like this. I should just break down and do the proton thing from Turkish at this point. Here comes Okafor. Good Brunson. Goes past Abbott, and it'll be a corner kick. Oh, goodness. It's all laggy. Well, I can hear it. Yeah. There's a goal for Leeds. Hey, I'm already there, Elbow. I've already switched over. Goal for Leeds. Jaden Bogle in the channel here, right to left. No one steps, and he slides it in down the left-hand side. I agree with this 100%, Elbow. I agree with this 100%. What a ball from Gruev. What a ball from Gruev. And no. First goal for the club. Big night. Big night. Big goal. You can see what it means to him. You can see what it means to him. Ball back rolling again, and my clock is so far behind, though. Here comes Hudson Odoi down the left. Good tackle from the goal scorer. He wants the goal kick, and he's going to get it. And now that we've got the stream sorted, the clock is very far behind. We'll get that sorted at halftime, of course. Fantastic run that from Bogle. And Forest in trouble, people. Forest in trouble. That is for sure. Long way to go, though. Long way to go in this one. They're going to have to come out. They're going to have to come out and try to get on the ball a bit more, I feel like. Definitely going to have to come out. I agree. I agree 100%, Albo. They've definitely improved in the last 10 games. I think at times, yeah, honestly, I didn't know much about Leeds in the beginning. I didn't know much about Leeds when they first came back into the league. I obviously hadn't paid any attention to the championship the season before and only had what people were saying. But from what I've seen, they've been a very good. They've been a very good side. Not against Arsenal. They never really showed up against Arsenal. You know, but they were. I've seen some good performances from them for sure. Despite me not being a fan of their formation at all, I don't think it's good. I don't think this formation. Well, I know historically they're a huge club. I know in the '90s they were very big. They had a good side. Um, when I was really, really, really young, for sure. Definitely a big club. I know they're like big enough to be a real rival of Manchester United, like an actual, you know, enemy of United. That was a good ball across, one away from Ina. Justin retreating. Yeah, man. I'm not a fan of the wing backs. Here's James Justin forces a save. It's still there. Oh no! Oh my goodness gracious! Oh, for at the second time of asking, they get the ball across, and Okafor is there, and are staring down the barrel here. The 1-2 punch from the home side, and it's 2-0. Oh my goodness! And this has kind of gotten away from Forest in very quick fashion here at Elland Road. That's the way it goes sometimes in the league. And it's an absolute mountain to climb in the pouring down rain. Yeah, 2-0. 2-0. And Forest, now they really gotta bring something. Now they're really gonna have to bring something. Oh my goodness. And see, I was gonna say, see a Deitch. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think Marinakis has really done you guys dirty the way he fired Nuno after such a good season. You know? Why is my clock stop? Okay. It's already behind. I don't need it stopped. Your owner did you dirty firing Nuno, and it's been downhill from there. And the Ange thing was dumb. And then, of course, I mean, Deitch maybe a little bit too late, but he just doesn't have the offensive prowess. Like he doesn't get the best out of the attackers like Uno was. Marco Silva would be a great um, acquisition. Would be a great manager, I think, for Forest. But why would he leave? Why would he leave Fulham? They're a much better team at the moment. Doing much better in the league consistently. Maybe not last season, but now that you're in that position, you probably go after him. Yeah, Marinakis, man. Yeah, all too common these days that the owner is just a clown. I mean, you look at flipping Chelsea, and their owners are all over the place. Their owners are doing all kinds of craziness. And it's too common these days, man. Spurs fans hate their owners. Taking way too long to fire Choo Choo Blood. Not many people are fans of any else. It's just everybody. Look at what Wolves and Crystal Palace have done to their clubs. Like, Wolves, ever since Gary O'Neill, have just let all their good players go and brought in. I mean, how they got 40 million for Strand Larson was crazy, but why they sold him was crazy. See, it's these kinds of things. Dude, this is dreamland. If Arsenal win a quad, let's not get ahead of ourselves because we no one's ever done that ever. You know what I mean? I would absolutely love to win all 4 trophies. Not winning much for 6 years and then win it all at once would be crazy. Wolves have absolutely been in free fall for a few seasons now. Really since 2 summers ago when Ruben Neves left. They had Sarabia left. Maybe that was last season. Sarabia left. Like some of their best players, Pedro Neto, of course, Cunha, of course, like Max Kilman left. Like you can't keep selling Cody. I think Cody Connor might actually still be there, but you can't sell all your players and then replace them, with like Arias and I actually think Hwang Hee Chan's a halfway decent player, but it's just not been good enough over the years. And Wolves now they're effed. They're absolutely down. Hudson-Odoi goes at Bogle. It's good D. Stands him up. Back to Anderson. Forest have to get creative here, figure something out. Here's Abbott because, that's a foul, referee. It's not advantage. The free kick is the advantage. Especially for Forest, the free kick is the advantage, and now the kick goes the other way. Oh, my God. Sean Dyche can't even handle it. He's asking the fourth official about the brown envelopes they've been handed at the beginning of the game. How's that not a foul? That looked like a foul to me. The second one is fine. And then, they did. Okafor goes down like an absolute sack of grapes, man. That was so cheap. So cheap. What, did the wind blow up his eyebrow and he just falls down? Wow. Yeah, that was, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of rules, and it stops every 3 seconds. I obviously grew up watching it, so so it's like, even though I've been watching this since I could walk, and I played soccer, as it were, in America. What we play, what the kids and the youth play over here in America is soccer. Trust me, it's not football. That's why the MLS is still playing soccer on this level down here, retirement league status, and the rest of the world are playing football. No accountability from Deitch, huh? No accountability from Sean Dyche. That's a problem. It's a problem for sure. But yeah, American football, the NFL, it's fun. It's definitely fun, If you're a sports fan, it's a fun game. It gets intense. It certainly gets intense. It's far more like the gladiators of old than soccer, football. This football, I should say, is real football. Sure, there have been English NFL players. Yeah. People who, some of them have been kickers, I think. There have been guys who have been on MLS squads in the summer and played in the NFL team in the from August to February is the NFL season. Yeah, it's very entertaining for sure. It is. I'm a fan of the Carolina Panthers, if you've heard of them. I don't follow it. Obviously, I'm obsessed with the Arsenal. And as you may realize, we're here doing a Leeds Forest watch along, so I haven't watched the Carolina Panthers in a long time, but that's where I'm from, that area. And so it's one of those geographical things, I think they're awful. I think at the moment. I don't remember. I haven't paid attention to it this season, but it's always on. It's on the American sports sites I'm on. In-swinger there for Forest. They're gonna have to get one of these right at some point. Kind of get a spark going. They need one before the half. Anderson again doesn't get it over the first man. Ina back into the mixer. It's up there. Who's gonna come down with the second ball? Oh, and Leeds will bring it away. Brendan Aronson. It was an advantage, but then it wasn't. Referee lets it go anyway there on the foul. Albo, you could go to a game at 3-Point Lane, right? Doesn't Tottenham host NFL games sometimes? And wasn't there one in Dublin this year? Not that I think the NFL should be going to other countries. That's a whole nother conversation. I think that's dumb. But since it's there, the games are fun. The problem is, like, going from real football to American football The pace is the pace is like watching the women's game. It's so slow because every time anything happens, they stop the game. That's good work from Aronson as well from Elliot Anderson. It's a good ball for Gibbs-White. Turning. Sangare with a rip blocked by Igor Jesus, and then it's a shank you very much scaring the corner flag. That's not even going to go out. Here's Abbott. He's going to get a cross in. Oof. Sangare was there. Yep. Who is the long throw specialist for Forest? Oh, for sure. Oh, they're definitely doing that in other countries. It doesn't make much sense to me to take it to England, but you have the stadiums. That's the point. You have the infrastructure to handle an NFL game. Not everywhere does. And I'm sure not all stadiums, not all teams are going to want their pitch being used. By the NFL. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. For sure. It's all about the money, man. That's what this world is, dude. It's all about the Benjamins, no matter what organization or whatever it is. It's all about the money. That's a good ball to the back post. Hudson-Odoi not able to crash, but he'll retrieve it into the 40th minute on my stream here. Good ball across. Milinkovic was there, still up from the previous corner kick, but it goes out of bounds. Forest, a little bit of possession here, but it's the quality of the crosses that needs to improve. It's definitely the quality of the cross that needs to improve. And you can see Leeds more than comfortable trying to build out. That's a poor pass, though. Dominguez, you got to pounce. You got to play quickly. There's an opportunity for Anderson. Oh, that's so poor. That's so poor. Little scoop from Bogle for Strauka. Oh, that's Gruev. I'll get it right here in a second. Bouncing around in there. Who's going to come down with the second ball? Brendan Aronson. I'm a Brendan Aronson fan. He's a good player. Obviously a fellow American. And so that's a good turn. Whoa, referee. I guess not. Oh, I love it. I'm with you. I absolutely love it. Liam Rosenor, man. He's a character. He's definitely a character. And I'll tell you, of course, we're going to do the double hate along in the morning for the Man U Spurs game, but I can't stand Chelsea. Like, I know as an Arsenal fan, I'm even wearing the shirt, keep calm and hate Tottenham, but I hate Chelsea so much, dude. Yes, he is, man. He is. Dude, he is definitely obsessed. Talk about he got upset when the goalkeeping coach went to retrieve the goal kick. David Raya was practicing goal kicks before the game, and he's kicked it onto the other side of the field. Oh, no. And it's not a proper etiquette to go retrieve the ball that you've hit on the other side of the field. Sorry. Oh, goodness. Yeah, man. It's that kind of shit. It's that kind of stuff that I really do not like Chelsea. It burns me up. Two of my panelists on the regular Cup Chasers last season were Chelsea fans. And they're not gone. They're somewhere in the background. They'll might make an appearance at some point this season, but I like them. Good friends of mine. Yeah. Most Chelsea fans really wind my gears, man. Really wind me up. I'll tell you that much. Gibbs-White turns right into Bogle. There's no one ahead of them. Igor Jesus is by himself with 3 for company, but more Gibbs-White's going to get it back. Takes the shot. Oh, that's so selfish. That's selfish. Abbott is screaming at him. I know he's the center back, but yeah, I mean, okay, if Gibbs-white out, yeah, take the shot. I don't mind you taking the shot. It's a good save in the end. One for the cameras, but he's got to make it. Yeah, see, this it's just madness, isn't it? It's just absolute madness. I was listening to the Football Terrorist Straight Facts today with Don CFC, the guy who said this, and I just can't handle it, man. I can't. I see red, and here come Leeds. Forest seeing red right now. The break's still on if they can get it right, but he'll just recycle it and let Forest get back into their shape. Liam Rossignol would win Champions League in his first. Yeah, okay. There's no way. There's no way Rossignol's winning the champs in his first season. Yeah, man. I'm loving it. Chelsea have been a dumpster fire for a while, and I'm a fan of it. Long may it continue. I'm a huge fan of the Bowley Shore, Blue Co, and Clear Lake and all them. I'm a big fan. I hope they stick around. That's for sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very good stuff. And we're into 1 minute of stoppage time. Blue Co in. Absolutely. Blue Co in. Absolutely. You know it. We've got about 40 seconds left here in stoppage time. I agree 150%. Blue Co's doing a fantastic job. A brilliant job, I would say. And it's going to have to pick it up here from Forest in the second half. They're going to have to do something, change something, figure something out. Because this one's getting away from them already here in the first half. I think Daniel Farker's men will be just fine getting into halftime here as it ticks away. Certainly would be the happier of the two teams instead of the foul. Yeah, Forest absolutely have to come out far better in that second half. And that's halftime, people. Yes, my clock is still running. I'm going to let it run all the way to 45, and we'll get married up in the second half with the clock, and we'll be doing just fine. Of course, Forest can't let this game go. They can't just give this one up and sit in and go for damage control, because if they do, this is a game they have to win. They absolutely have to win this game. I don't see it. I don't see Forest coming back from 2 goals down away at Elland Road to win it. But that is the task. That absolutely is the task. And we have made it to halftime. And so I will be right back. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. That's right. Here, it's halftime, and I really appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart. It really does help the channel. So go ahead and smash up the like button. Of course, you already know the drill. Hype it up if you got any left. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It would be my pleasure to welcome you to the community, of course. And as always, let me know what you're thinking about this one in the comments section down below. Cut your grass! Properly!
The Chief is saying, and what you've said for weeks about Man United, why don't they play counter-attacking football? And then they did it, and they won. And what's City not good at? Defending counter-attacking football.
Mikel Arteta, you sir. Midfield a few times. like people like hammering down the door. Like I'm trying to work it through here in my mind, and I can't figure out what's made him so afraid. All right, people, let me know in the comments. I want to know what you think the manager should do to influence this game. Do we need more of the same? Do we need wholesale changes, or maybe just a couple of little tweaks? Of course, thanks for being here. I want to know your opinion. Appreciate you being here, Albo. Appreciate that, brother. And we'll see you next time, of course. Thanks so much. Well, yeah, halftime here at Elland Road. It's been a decent performance from the home side. Forest gonna have to come up with something a bit more creative in that second half. I think the fact that they're trying to lump in crosses is a signal that they perhaps have run out a little bit of ideas. The original tactics obviously are not really coming off, so they're going to switch something up here in this second half to affect anything in this game. They were trying to go down the wings, of course, and get the crosses in, but there's no one in the middle. I mean, maybe if they continue to do that, they need to bring on Awanyi. My man, Awanyi. Obviously, Chris Wood is injured, but he's the only one, Awanyi, with height, with the real classic kind of forwards, number 9, structure or profile. And if they're going to continue to lump the crosses in, if not, they're going to need to. If not, they're going to need to absolutely change it up and maybe go through the center. Trying to get Morgan Gibbs-White and Igor Jesus closer together in an attempt to play through the middle, and just be really narrow. But I think they're going to have to press really high. They're going to have to bring a lot more energy, and Leeds have not had to hit the ball long as much as as much as Arsenal made them do, as much as even Everton made them do. And as we saw in the Everton game, they were up 1-0 and they sat back a little bit more, sat back a little bit more, sat back a little bit more. And so I'm wondering if that will kind of creep in at some point, because Forest have trouble breaking pretty much any team down. They've definitely struggled to break down Leeds today. And so we might see Leeds just give them the ball like they did to Everton. I know that was away from home, so that may be a very big contributing factor in that decision from Daniel Farke and the men that day. So they may not do that here. They may just keep their foot on the gas, since this is Elland Road. This is their home, their house. And if Forest are just going to lay down, then why not put them to the sword? But we shall see. That's not necessarily what I expect. What I expect is them to kind of, just as they did versus Everton, say, hey, you're not going to break us down. Here's the ball, and we'll just stay tight, stay narrow, clog the middle of the park, and not let anything behind them. And in that case, yeah, good night, Forest, is what I'm thinking there. Maybe from a corner kick, maybe from something. What's up, Texas? How you doing, brother? This result should remind everyone the significance of Arsenal's dominance over Leeds. Forest have had their challenges, but are a tricky side to play against. Yeah, Leeds have been pretty good this season, except against Arsenal. We beat them 9-0 in 2 games. So, yeah. We get something different that I don't think they've seen before. I think they're prepared. Because opponents study film and look at the way their opponent has played. Like if I was a manager, I would have one of my coaching staff that would be like his whole job. Like one of the people on my staff, your whole job is just opposition research. And so if they Leeds looked at the way that Arsenal press normally and then prepared for that to be more intent on our right hand side, their left hand side, and then our press with Kai Havertz was more intent on the left hand side than the right hand side, and they got it all discombobulated. I think that played a very big factor in the way we were able to nullify Leeds and just make them hit it long. Just make them hit it long. And Forest haven't done that enough. We haven't necessarily seen a whole bunch of DCL because Leeds have not had to hit it long as much. They've been able to play down the wings as they like to do with the wing backs. So because the contrast is so clear, we made Leeds just hit it long all day, and we won all the second balls. There hasn't really been that battle for the second balls in this one because both teams have been trying to play on the outsides of the formations. And yeah, I mean, it definitely shows how tactically flexible Arteta is. And some people maybe have said, the opposite about him, and that we can't necessarily figure out, how to score from open play versus low blocks, and that's been a real struggle of ours. But against the ball, we absolutely dominate. We absolutely I did a short when I first started doing shorts again on the channel about how elite Arsenal's press is. I might need to remake it and repost it again because the way we press is so impressive, and it's not just one. So we're not a one-trick pony in that regard, as we showed versus Leeds, which I think was the biggest. You got to give Arteta credit for that one. Love him or hate him, he definitely deserves credit for the way we designed the press. And yeah, in that first half, we didn't necessarily. It wasn't free-flowing, incredible attacking football, but we were at their house. We were at Elland Road, and so as is their right. At home, you would expect them to have some of the ball, a lot of possession, more so than we normally concede. But we were comfortable with that, and I'm not sure Leeds were prepared for that, and so we made them hit the long. And Forest need to do the same thing. Forest need to play a lot higher up the pitch. Chelsea are playing Leeds next Tuesday. I've heard some Chelsea fans confident Chelsea will win. I'm not so sure. Chelsea are definitely no Arsenal. Leeds beat them 3-1 at Elland Road when those two sides met. So just saying, just gonna throw that out there, and I'm not so certain that Chelsea are gonna go to Molineux and not struggle, because if you look at the games before the Arsenal game, let's just put that to the side because they didn't even try to win that one until the 85th minute, right? So let's put that to the side. But also, they were awful in that first half versus West Ham, and it took some heroic energy to pull back that one. They were awful in the first half versus Brentford and should have been down 3 goals. So I definitely think that Leeds are going to be no pushover at Stamford Bridge. It's going to be a nasty low block, I would expect. A lot of long balls in the DCL. They're going to be more eager to do that away from home than they have been today. Forest have not made them do it at all. And so they've been comfortable. I do not expect that for Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. I definitely do not expect any kind of comfortable. Not at all, man. So yeah, should be a good one on Tuesday. Man, I haven't even gotten to. I don't think Stamford Bridge is scary, at all. We haven't lost there in ages. Ages. We haven't lost to Chelsea in a long time. I'm happy to say. Yeah, I mean Brentford at the Bridge, man. Brentford, if you watched that game, they should have. If Kevin Shada could finish, he would have had a hat trick in the first half. And then once goals change games. Once Chelsea got the sucker punch, it was over from there. for Brentford, but the bridge is not. It's not a fortress. It ain't no fortress of light like Sunderland. And Sunderland are going to be tough for us this weekend. That's for sure. We're going to have to absolutely bring it in order to put them away. But they haven't been the same away from home. Sunderland, absolutely fantastic in Sunderland, in the state at the up north there. But we're gonna have to put them away tomorrow. That's for sure. And the second half should be getting underway pretty soon here in this one. I'm tuned into the Sky Sports Friday Night Live main event is what my stream has gotten me on now. Subs warming up at halftime, of course. Lorenzo Luca, new signing from Napoli. 6'7". See, that's what I'm talking about. Is he a forward? What does he play? I didn't hear it. I didn't put my headphone back in quick enough for that one. But if Forest got some height, they need to bring that in. I know Awanyi's on the bench. I think he's on the bench. They need to bring him in, and if they're going to be lumping these crosses in. Because if that's your only idea, Igor Jesus has gotten on a couple of them with the headers, but, I mean, he's like 5 foot what, so. Very, very important half for Nottingham Forest. Very important half of football for Sean Dyche's men. Snap meme. Yes, I am indeed an Arsenal fan. How did you ever guess? I'm definitely been a gooner for a long, long time. Quite a long time nowadays. And there they are back in the tunnel. The Leeds players running back out from the corner there. Hey, yeah, I myself am an Arsenal fan, but my channel is a Broad Strokes, football channel. We do a panel every Wednesday. And my man Asif has recently joined. So we got a Man City and a Liverpool fan on my panel. Occasionally a Chelsea fan on the panel as well. But yeah, I did a Coppa Italia watch along for Atalanta versus Juventus on Thursday. We're plugged in. I love the game, and I'm here for all of it. As Forest going to kick us off here in this second half, and we're rolling again. Back to Ortega, who's kicked it right out of bounds to start this second half. And of course, Snap Meme, I'm going to be doing, yeah. We certainly have fans of the major clubs, as you might expect. But, hey, I'm open to anyone coming on the show, really. It doesn't. That's just how it worked out. That my friends were City fans and Chelsea fans. That's how that worked out. But of course, all are welcome. All are welcome. And Leeds will get started off here again, trying to play it out as they were in that first half. Forest got to bring the energy in the press far more than they did in the first half. And yeah, I appreciate you being here, everybody. Smash up those likes. Subscribe if you're new. It really does help the channel. I would be more than excited to welcome you to the community. Make sure you got the notification bell on. Of course, there's plenty more content coming your way this weekend. Of course, the panel is at 6 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. That's Eastern Standard in America. And of course, it's always available on the replay. It's all out there. Doing the double hate along for the Manchester United Spurs game in the morning. Of course, we'll be doing Arsenal Sunderland. Oh, hey, he's almost played Dominic Calvert-Lewin in there. It's a ball into the channel for Jesus, and it'll just be hooked clear from Strout. And also, I'll be appearing on the Fire Them Cannons podcast directly after this match, like literally right as the whistle blows. We'll be switching over there to the Fire Them Cannons, so make sure you're locked in over there. That is an Arsenal podcast, but they do other content as well, so make sure you subscribe over there as well. It really does help the community. Yes, Sunderland have not lost at home. They are a very strong team at the Fortress of Lights. I did their watch along on Wednesday or Monday, I think it was. I did the Sunderland and Burnley game, and I'm never getting those 2 hours back, man. Burnley are horrendous. Burnley were horrendous that day, and it was like, wow. Bogle breaks through. That's a good ball for Gruev. Here is Okafor. He's going to find some space. Take the shot. Oh, it falls to Bogle here. Oh, that's good D. I don't think he knew much about it. Good D from Elliot Anderson. Oh, it's right back down the throat. Here's Gruev. Time and space to take the shot. Oh, Dominic Calvert-Lewin comes in with the chest. And he slaps the badge as he runs away. Gets the shoulder move, just runs across his man in front of the shot. Stefan Ortega having a horrendous debut. It's not his fault. None of these goals have been his fault. That's not what I mean. It's just not what you want as a goalkeeper to concede 3 with your new team. Yeah, I agree 100%. Nobody saw that coming from Sunderland. And nobody saw Leeds. I personally did not know Leeds were going to be so strong in the league this season. They are absolutely here to stay, if you ask me. And Forest are in a lot of trouble here. Yeah, in my opinion, there are a number of teams that are worse than Leeds this year as well. And obviously, you see the table. Sunderland are far better than a number of teams. But yeah, I think Spurs are worse. I think Dallas are worse. At the moment, just they're imploding, And Daniel Farke has been 5 minutes in, shaking the head from Sean Dyche because it's 3-0. And Leeds can just enjoy themselves for the rest of the time in this game. Just going to be an enjoyable night for the rest of this one in the cold rain for the Leeds fans. And they're going to want more. Here they come. Every time they come forward, you hear the fans roar. Certainly a wonderful atmosphere at Elland Road. And despite some of the tactical, or I should say personnel changes, players being in different areas, Leeds have been superb. They've been superb. I think Forest have not necessarily brought their best. Yeah, see, there you go. At the moment, as it stands, Leeds are only behind Palace on goal difference, and they have Arsenal to thank for that. It's only 4. And we did hit 4 on them last time out. But hey, they're in the mood tonight. They might be stat padding here for the rest of the evening. Brendan Aronson, man, what a player. Always battling, always got the energy. That's a foul. Yeah. Referee, the side judge is right there. It's a clear push in the back. Whatever. Ortega will hit it long. Got to win a second ball. Yeah, see, when you're hitting it long to Igor Jesus and there's a huge hole in the middle of your formation behind him, no one's winning the second ball. And so Leeds comfortable. Here's Gudmundsson. Going to go at Abbott. The Winter Olympics opening ceremony is literally right now. Oh man, I might have to put that on a separate screen. I might have to get that on in the background. That's in Italy, right? Where is this? Where is the Winter Olympics? I forget. I think it might be in Italy. Because yeah, it is because Cesc Fabregas walked the torch through Como. I saw that. Yeah. It's at San Siro. Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, indeed. I'm gonna have to tune in to the Winter Olympics. There should be some fun stuff. I do like snowboarding. I'm not very good at it, but it's fun. Oh wow, Leeds fans not gonna like that. James Justin and Gruev Ampadu, I should say, the captain in discussion there with. Oh yeah, it's a foul all day long, man. Comes through the back of Morgan Gibbs-White. Chance for Forest. Okay, never mind. I figured they might dump it in to the box. But it's possession here with Ina, and now, oh, geez. Pretty much sums up Forest tonight. It was supposed to be a pass for Anderson, and now it's all the way back with the goalkeeper, Ortega. I still think Stefan Ortega is a great signing for Forest. I think that's a fantastic signing for Forest. This result certainly won't reflect that, and his counterpart comes all the way out, Darlow there with the header. Gibbs-White will continue to work all the way to the end. That's a foul there on Aronson. Blocked off by Elliot Anderson. Anderson on Aronson. All right. Mouthful there. And Sean Dyche going to make some changes. It was the homie we saw warming up at halftime. The new man, Amari Hutchinson, coming on as well. I like Amari Hutchinson. He's a good player. Good player, of course. Yeah, I agree with this, actually. People don't rate the Winter Olympics. I enjoy the Winter Olympics, man. Absolutely. I mean, some of the things like curling is not really my thing. That's, not necessarily. But like last time I watched the one where you're on the skis and you also have the gun and you have to shoot the target as you go through. That one was an interesting event last time around. There are definitely some fun winter events in the Olympics for sure. I'll be tuning in. I'll certainly be tuning in. See, Forest need to do way more of this. They've made Darlow hit it long, and now they have possession back, but they have to play quicker because Leeds press. And see, if you're just going to hit it long, though, too. But see, it's like I was saying at halftime, get the big man in, Luca, the big man, and now their long balls have an outlet. They actually have somebody to play it to with this new guy, number 20 for Forest. And I expected to see a 1-yi, but yeah, if you're 3-0 down, you might as well throw on the new guy, see what he's got. And they're going to play Gibbs-White closer to him to try and win those second balls, win those knockdowns. So it's something that Dyche maybe should have done sooner, maybe should have done from the beginning of the game, if you ask me, especially if they were going to be dumping those crosses in like they were in the first half. But we'll see now if it has any effect or if it's too little too late. This is a very good point, Snap Meme. It's a very good point that if you're a country like, that doesn't have mountains, doesn't have a lot of snowy areas or ways to create snow, hold that thought. Bogle's going in down here on the right-hand side. Double teamed. It's still there for Aronson. He's going to get turned face up. That's a foul, referee. He says no, and that's going to go out for a throw-in. But, yeah, I think that places that don't necessarily, like hotter countries, that don't really have mountainous areas, they're obviously not going to advertise. They're not going to advertise the winter games. They're not going to get people playing their people participating in the winter games. And so, yeah, I get that as well. I will absolutely be live streaming the Arsenal game tomorrow. I'll be doing the watch along. I'm not going to live stream it myself, obviously. But yes, Texas will be locked in for the Arsenal-Sunderland match. Absolutely. Long throw in here for Leeds. It's going to go all the way through. Ortega calls for it. Yeah, Texas, make sure you got that notification bell on, brother. We will, I'm live all the time. so you know when we do go live. But yeah, normally about 10 minutes before games is when I start my watch alongs so I can review the starting lineups. Absolutely big chance for Arsenal to go to 9 clear, at least for the evening. Obviously, a lot of people expecting Liverpool to win, and many have overlooked Sunderland and are just saying it's, speaking like it's automatic. That's a good ball through the lines, but you got to have a better touch. Morgan Gibbs-White. But yeah, I expect a good game from the Arsenal tomorrow. No, it's all good, Texas. It's all good. It's all good, man. Here comes Aronson running at the Forest defenders, but Sangare retreats. Good work from the Forest man. Forest doing a bit better in their press. But like I say, excuse me, when you're down 3-0, I haven't underestimated Sunderland at all. I know for a fact it's going to be a tough game. Brian Brobby is no joke, dude. The forward, their number 9, he is no joke. I'm telling you straight up, he's a good player, very good player. And we're gonna have to, and he's gonna he's not gonna care that Big Willie and Gabriel are the best around at the moment. He's not gonna care. He's gonna rep them. He's gonna be up for the fight. And we absolutely have to be the same. I'm looking forward to it. Here's Justin down the right-hand side. It's a foul, referee. Hudson-Odoi pushes him in the back. Absolutely is a foul. Do we think Sean Dyche is in trouble? Do you think Marinakis might do another madness and just, I remember Sunderland, they played Arsenal at the Stadium, like made their digital ad boards push closer to the ground to prevent long throws from Arsenal. Yeah, interesting that we're not really a long throw team. Declan Rice, if you watch his long throws, they loop. They're not straight like what's his face? Who's the homie from Brentford? Yeah. Declan loops it and it hardly ever gets over the first man. I think that's why they brought in the throw-in coach to try to figure different things out. But yeah, in the league, man, you got to do anything you can to gain an advantage. I understand moving the boards. Sometimes back in the day, I remember, that's a good win from Aronson. Back in the day, I remember some places would, before they played Arsenal, back in the Wenger days, they would let their grass grow longer so that it was tougher to, the ball wouldn't move as quick across the ground because the grass was a little bit longer than normal. And they used to do that versus Arsene Wenger sides back in the day. There was all kinds of dark arts, all kinds of stuff for sure. I'm sure that stuff still goes on. Of course it does. I'm sure. Absolutely. Vogel putting pressure on Ina, and it's right to Gruev. A ball for Okafor. Cuts to the right. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. That's good step from Ina. Ooh, it looked like he got the ball there, Okafor, but he's going to get a yellow for the tackle from behind. Commentator thinks it's silly. I don't know. We'll take a look at this replay here. That's a good tackle from Ina. Nothing doing in the box. I think he kicks Ina's foot against. That's a good challenge from Ina, but I think Okafor kicks his feet together instead of getting any of the ball. Yeah, it's probably about right from the referee on that one. I certainly appreciate everybody being here. Subscribe if you're new. Be a pleasure to welcome you to the community. Smash up the likes. It does help the channel. As Forrester coming down the pipe here. That's good defense from Gudmundsson, following his man out to in on the run. That's fantastic work from the Leeds man. And now he's going to get the ball in the channel. Aronson for company, asking for it, driving the byline. Here it comes. Ooh. Overcooked the cross there. Bogle will collect, however. The wings have been deadly for the Leeds team today. Oh, absolutely, Texas. It doesn't matter. Anything to get even the slightest, smallest little bit of an advantage. And Sangare's absolutely kicked the crap out of his man there. Hey, thanks so much, Snap Meme. We appreciate you being here. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. We'll definitely be here for a watch along tomorrow. Locked in. That's on Aronson. And Aronson goes down a little bit theatrically here, but it is a very he's connected with his knee. Never mind. There's nothing. Oh, that's a rough challenge, man. They're gonna be doing a VAR check. They're gonna be doing a VAR check on that. They are gonna be doing the VAR check on that. That's for sure. That's an orange card right there, man. Craig Paulson on VAR says it's fine. Says yellow is fine. Okay. All right, I guess. You say so. That was a rough challenge. There's Gruev over the resulting free kick. Swinging it into the box. It's flicked on, but I think lastly from Dominic Calvert-Lewin, it'll be a goal kick. Time just slipping on here. 63rd minute. Forest got to figure something out. They got to find a spark, find some creation from somewhere. Ortega going to hit it long again. Of course, the new man Luke is up top. See, here we go. Here's the pass for Aina, but he'll hit it long instead. Too much of that, I feel like, today from Forest because there's that pocket. And Ampadu and Gruev have just gobbled up every single second ball today. And, obviously Arsenal were far too much for Leeds, but I think Daniel Farke has done very well this season. I think he's got some tactical nous. I think he's got some ability to adapt to his opposition, and I think that's worked well for Leeds this season. Very much so. And they've made Elland Road a very tough place to come to, as Forest are finding out firsthand here. And here's Brendan Aronson in the channel once more, hassled and harried by Elliot Anderson for like the 94th time today, and now they've switched roles. Leeds have done so much more in their efforts to make Forest hit it long and win the second ball again than vice versa, which is what is the... Oh, it's a good ball across. Milenkovic has to clear because Dominic Calvert-Lewin was in front of Abbott there on the chase. And yeah, I mean, if we thought that Forest were going to bring anything in this second half, we were wrong. We were wrong, people. Oh, here comes Ndoye. But I don't see any way back for Forest. Corner kick here for the home side, who are certainly just enjoying themselves here in the 65th minute. Oh, it's to the back post. There's Strout. It's down. It's up. It's all around. Aronson putting it back into the mixer once and now twice. Cut. Jinky. A little bit too much. And here's an opportunity for Forest. They have to get it right. Morgan Gibbs-White on the charge. Hudson-Odoi out wide to the left. Oh, Leeds do very well. Hudson-Odoi gets past him, though. The ball to the back post. Luca's there. Oh, wow. Rodon and Gudmundsson combining there to get it away, but it's going to come right back. Forest finally win a second ball. Too much space. Here comes the cross. Oh, Gibbs-White misses it. Oh, he's just missed it. It was there. Gibbs-White had a free header in the box, and it's going to be a foul against the new signing, Luca, as the Leeds fans shout their man's name. Gruev, 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 Gruev. Oh, wow. That looked like a scramble. That looked like a 6-year-old league scramble right there in the middle. Ball all over the place. Gruev gets his head to it there and gets poked in the eyeball. That's what's going on there. The goalkeeper's poked him in the eye. those don't necessarily like, it's not necessarily like super sore. Like I've been poked in the eye before, but like when that happens, you're like discombobulated for a while, especially when it's that pace, and when you throw your head into it like that and then you kind of catch the goalkeeper. That's an interesting sub there. Gibbs-white coming off, getting an earful from Sean Deitch. Or is Gibbs-white coming off? Yeah, okay. I was wondering. Yates is on. Hudson-Odoi off. Ndoye comes on for Hudson-Odoi. And we'll see what the newcomers have, if anything, to offer. But with about 25 minutes total left in this one, it's pretty much done and dusted like James Justin. What a goal for Jared Bogle. And then a good double opportunity. Okafor with the shot. Aronson with the shot, I should say. And then Okafor with the finish. And then that goal from Dominic Calvert-Lewin with the shoulder. Daniel Skip, perhaps I remember you. The screen name seems familiar. Absolutely does. I appreciate you being here nonetheless. Oh man, they really must have done a number on Gruev's eyeball here. It's going to be a lot of stoppage time in this one. I mean, we've been stopped now for like 4 minutes. 4 minutes or so. Players need to keep warm. And honestly, Craig Bellamy's the Wales manager these days. I do not play Red Dead Redemption 2. Unfortunately, I still have an Xbox 360. I don't game as much as I used to. I don't game as much as I'd like to, honestly. But yeah, I haven't got a new system in a while, so I don't think I've bought a FIFA since like FIFA 14 or something. I've definitely sometimes when I'm gaming, I feel like I should be doing other stuff, and so I don't game as much as I should anymore. Adu Gaspar, man, what a later. Later. Is that what that means? Yeah. Yep. Luka just keeping warm. He's just coming to the game, and now it's a 5-minute stoppage. It's certainly been an enjoyable evening. Hey man, appreciate it. Appreciate it, dude. I'm definitely love for the love. I'm definitely trying to stay positive. That's for sure. Definitely trying to stay positive as always. Where should I know you from? Yes, if I remember you. Where should I know you from? Where do you know me from? From here? The thing like Gruev, his nose was bleeding. That's what happened. That's why that took so long. And so now he's getting a new jersey. He's got his thing in his nose to stop the bleeding. And after a 6-minute stoppage, of which I'm sure will be going on at the end of the game, Dominic Calvert-Lewin is under the first ball. Referee, man. Brendan Aronson's getting clobbered, dude. He's getting clobbered, and the referee's just not protecting him at all. He's been kicked in the stomach. Yeah, dude. Yates absolutely smashed him there. That's definitely a free kick all day long, man. Has to be. This referee is crazy. Been a bit disjointed here in this second half now. Rodon closes down the shot from Yates, and it'll be a corner kick for the away side. Kind of have to lock back in here after that long stoppage for Gruev. And it's everyone in the box. Yep. Here comes the in-swinger to the back post over everybody. It's going to stay in off of the corner flag, actually. But it will eventually be put out for the corner kick by James Justin. Cramp looks like it there from the young man for Forest there. Definitely start-stop in this one, my friends. But it's another corner kick here for Forest, and if ever they needed one, it was now. If ever they needed one, it was now. Here comes the cross to the back post. The quality in the set pieces from Forest has just not been at it today. It's just not been what they needed to be. But they have another opportunity here to put one in, to get every man in the box, crowd the goalkeeper, put it in the mixer. Here comes the in-swinger. Anyone there? Back across from Anderson. Sangare touched back for Ndoye, who's hit it into the stands. And I'm just feeling like it's a little bit too late for Forest. About 15 minutes left, and if they're going to do something, they're going to need a spark, a goal from somewhere. But Leeds have dominated. Leeds have absolutely dominated this one. They've won all the second balls, especially in this second half here. 1v give and go there. Okafor with Calvert-Lewin. Oh, he's done so well to get it to Aronson, to the byline for Gruev. Ball across. Calvert-Lewin was underneath it. Just past him. And Aronson, Gruev runs all the way across to put it out for the goal kick. But it's obviously still Leeds. The team pressing leads the team with all of the positivity. And it's another debut for Forest. Abbott comes off a defender, and Luka Nets comes on. I'm thinking it's an attacking change that, as they need to do something. A little bit of a shuffle. Oh, that's a good touch from Luka to get it away from Strauch, who runs away from the scene of the crime. Lucky, perhaps, to avoid a yellow card. And now look at the big man forward, Elliot Anderson, to lump it into the box. And here's the straight ball to the back. Hutchinson, haven't seen much of him since coming on. Oof, I think the rain is certainly making the ball hold up on the ground. Here's Ndoye 1v1 with Bogle. And they're letting him stay 1v1. Too much space. There's the cross. Header! I don't even see the ball. I think Morato was just missed it. Just missed it here. I lost the ball in the scramble. Yeah, it looks like it just goes wide. He's just missed it, Morato, but oh, it was there. It was there to be had. If he gets anything, if he just gets a little bit more on that, it's in the back of the net. Just a couple more hairs off the top of his head, and he's got that one in the back of the net. They needed it. They absolutely needed it. Denny James, former Man U man, replacing Brendan Aronson, who has absolutely given everything today. You can see his kit is muddy as can be. It's not even an orange. It's not even a white kit anymore. It's all gray with the effort he's put in for the team. And Daniel James, back in the Premier League, I haven't seen him in ages. With about 12 minutes, probably call that 16, 17 minutes since that stoppage was so long. Still left in this one. Here's Ina working with Hutchinson down the right-hand side. Referee, it will be a foul. Gudmundsson retreats, and Forest. I said it 5 minutes ago, but I'll say it again. Now's the time. If ever there was a time to start the comeback, now is it. That is for sure. Is that Hutchinson to serve this one in? I think so. And that's terrible. Very poor. You know it is when the free kick ends up being at the feet of the goalkeeper. And it'll be a head injury. Luka probably has elbowed Gudmundsson in the head as he goes up and over him. Definitely a sore one. Definitely a sore one. But I think Gudmundsson's had a very good game for Leeds. I was very impressed with the way Bogle operated in that position versus Everton. And Gudmundsson's done a very good job as well today in that same position with Bogle taking up the opposite side. It's been interesting, but it's been very well played from Leeds in this one. And it's not what I expected in the second half either. They've just carried on. Same old, same old. And Forest didn't really change much. Oh, Stroud, that's a rare misplaced pass today. It's all right. They've been cruising. Been cruising so far this evening, so that'll be just fine. Won't worry about that one. Once again, Leeds, the stronger team in the midfield, winning it back. And that's a good ball through the lines. Danny James across the box, and no one's there. Oh, my goodness gracious. Does all the hard work, and nobody's crashing in the box. It's a great pass from Ampadu. It's a great pass from Ampadu. And looking like Sean Longstaff will come in for Okafor. Didn't he used to play for Forest as well? Okafor has had a decent game. got a goal, was there where he needed to be. It's done very good. The man replacing him. Stack unavailable today, so that's why Okafor was in, and now Longstaff will come in just to see out the last 15, 16 minutes here. Ball's up. Got to win that second one. And here's Luka with a chance. That's horrible. He was looking for Ndoye on the left-hand side, but the execution was not good at all. And Darlow will just make Luka run all the way down. I mean, that's kind of it. I mean, just makes him run. And there's another second ball one, but it's the 83rd minute. And what's that, the third or fourth time that's happened? Leeds are just dominating the midfield. Absolutely dominant in the middle of the park today. Great control there. That's Daniel James. Gurev back to him. Dummy. Oh, that would have been a fantastic goal. That is beautiful play from Leeds. Much appreciated by the home fans. And they're purring here. Leeds are absolutely as comfortable as you could possibly be. And in the larger context, that's another great ball through the lines. Ampadu, Longstaff, I should say, the new man. But it's been a fantastic performance from Leeds, that's for sure. Very, very good performance. And Forest are in trouble in the grand scheme of things. In the greater picture, I don't know who West Ham play, but it's looking like Forest is the team that West Ham are going to be chasing, going to be trying to pull back. Of course, Crystal Palace in free fall, and Spurs are Spurs. So ball doesn't get over Olaina, and it's out back to the thrower who's going to lift it up. I think that was supposed to be a cross. It did come across, but not the box. But of course, Leeds have won the second ball. And this game has just been a tale of the midfield. Leeds have absolutely dominated the midfield, every aspect of this one today, and it's reflected in the scoreline. Certainly reflected in the scoreline. Well, if you look at it, both teams have had Leeds 5 on target, Forest 4 on target, but 3 of Leeds have been in the back of the net. Forest 0. And if they're going to play the long ball, they just have to have somebody sitting underneath to win the second one. But they haven't done that well enough today. And here's Ndoye. Just takes forever. Takes way too long. Leeds back in their shape. Well drilled. Tactically disciplined. Off the ball, of course. Hutchinson 1v1 with Gibbs-white. Space for the cross. Oh, Luka, the new man, on his debut, brings Forest back into it. And what did I say? If they're going to continue to cross, you got to get a big man in there. They bring a big man in there, and there you go. There you go. It is 3-1. I don't necessarily think that is going to spell any miraculous comeback. But I do think that is a good sign of things to come for the away team. Good header. Definitely, they're going to need this guy in the run-in. That's for sure. to make sure that they are not caught by the wet spam. And it's 3-1. Ball rolling again. And if Forest score like now, again, we could be in for a barnstorming finish. As we remember, there's 5 or 6 minutes of stoppage time going to be added on because of the injury to Gruev. Carlo's going to be pissed, man. They were cruising, absolutely cruising to the shutout for the clean sheet. And, well, unfortunate. Come on, Forrest, score right here. Score another one right here for us. Make it interesting for the last 5 minutes. It's a good ball. Is Ndoye going to get there? Whoa. Good challenge from Bogle, it looks like. The away fans, if they're still there, are probably asking for a pen, but Ndoye doesn't. Ndoye doesn't ask for it, so it's probably not. It's going to be an in-swinger here for Forest. If they can score here, they can find the big man. Ball to the back post. Here's Hutchinson. And now Ina shoot, say the home away fans. And that ball is out of the stadium. That shot right out of the stadium. A waste. An absolute waste. Kind of sums it up, though, for... Kind of sums it up, though, for the Forest man. There, Sean Deitch presiding over another loss. They're in trouble, I feel like. Is Sean Deitch in trouble, maybe? We know Marinakis is crazy and known to do some crazy things. Ball's up. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, man. He is absolutely feeling it today. He's had one of those games where he wasn't necessarily the most involved, but he's got his goal. He's popped up with the 3rd goal today. Well taken. 6, 7 minutes, maybe even 8 minutes. It was a long stoppage when Gruev got his nose plugged. Ball's up. Who's going to come down with the second one? Hey, that's very loose from Ampadu. But Darlow alive to it. Luca almost barreling his way in there for a second. Hey! Calvert-Lewin, man, battling all day long. Wins the throw in. Yeah, the commentator's saying it's not necessarily comfortable for Leeds, but it's not that uncomfortable. 9 minutes of stoppage time. That's a lot. That's certainly a lot. But we did expect a lot, and now Bogle's down. I do not expect Forest to come back. They couldn't, could they? Today, Ortega, some urgency, man. The game ain't over yet. This one ain't seen out just yet. That's for sure. Ortega hits it long. Can Forest get on the second ball? They do not. Goodmanson still steaming forward here in the 92nd minute. Oh, it's a ball well behind Danny James. Well behind him there. Forest got to get going really quickly here. Morato hits it long. Got to win a second ball, though. It's up. Yates. Ampadu does very well there, as he's done all game long. Ampadu and Gruev have been very, very superb in the middle of the park today. And it's just all day long. Calvert-Lewin just winning all the headers down for Bogle. Pretty much putting the clinic on of what Forest should have been doing all day. Forest got to put it in the mixer here. I know it's on the halfway line. It's an opportunity. Ortega can hit it that far. Get a straight ball to the back post. Or not. They played it short to try to gain a little bit of territory here. And only one person pressing allows it to go all the way across to Amari Hutchinson. Cutting inside. That's another poor delivery from him. He hasn't done anything, Hutchinson. Hasn't been great. He did well to get some space, but he didn't do well with the cross. Ortega launches it. It's up. Who's going to win the second ball? Forest. Desperate straits at the moment. Though he pushed over, Anderson will get a chance to dump one into the box, get the big men forward. You still got 6.5 minutes. Oh, but they played it quickly. You got to get it in. Anderson with the Cruyff. And now, it's blocked. That's blocked. And Nets goes for the curler, goes for the cross as well. Bogle's given everything today. Bogle's given absolutely everything today. Got on the score sheet as well. Aina comes over for the throw. 6 minutes left in this one. Hey, and that's just poor from Ryan Yates. Flicks it right out of bounds. And now Albo's got to be a West Ham fan. That's never good. That's never good when you got to cheer for the West Ham. That's never, ever, ever good. I thought for a second, Albo. I thought it was there for a second with the new guy Luca getting on the score sheet, but Leeds will just do everything they can to waste the last 5 minutes here. Forest have just been second in these situations far too often today. They've won this one, but far too many times they haven't won the second ball situation. They've done decently here to get it wide, but it's all a bit slow. Ball down the line. Hutchinson does well. Gibbs-white stands him up. That's a better cross. Here's Seltz, Nets, whatever his name was. And it'll be a goal kick. The home fans celebrate. Hutchinson hasn't been amazing. I don't necessarily think Hutchinson has been that amazing. Jaden Bogle has been massive. He's been very, very good. He's been very, very good. For sure today. And he's gotten his goal, of course. Bornau will replace him for the last 4 minutes here. Really just a substitution to waste more time. 3.5 minutes. Ball launched long. And Calvert-Lewin winning it again. Just winning it every single time, man. And Leeds just, Forest just hoofing it forward once more. Got to win a second ball. Got it wide here with Nets, whatever that dude's name is. And Forest languishing, praying that a West Ham will do him a favor tomorrow. 3 minutes. It's not good. West Ham will be licking their lips now. Ball across. It was a good cross. Here's Ina once again. 2.5 minutes. Anderson. It's out wide for Ndoye. Here comes the cross. Oh, Luka swings a boot at it. He's missed it completely. Ina goes for it again, and it's going to be a shot right into the crowd. But Luka with another opportunity to blast one in. It's a good cross. And I'm very surprised we didn't see this at halftime. Very surprised we didn't see my man from the start. If y'all were going to be dumping, if that was the whole idea, if that was all you could conjure, Sean Deitch, why did you start Igor Jesus? Why did you start a short guy if all you were going to do was lump balls into the box? Dude, don't Sean Deitch complaining, bro. You can't be. You've got 9 minutes of stoppage time. You can't be complaining about them time wasting now. 9 minutes. Just gotten away from Forest here, folks. Certainly gotten away from them here. And for Leeds, what a result. Fantastic result. Level on points with Crystal Palace now. Only 1 point behind the Fried Chickens. Here's Yates. The ball in for Anderson. Sangari won the spin. Finally causes a save. Forces a save from Darlow. Is it one for the cameras? Maybe, but he's got to make it. Maybe, but the save needed to be made. That's for sure. And the time is just ticking down here. One last corner kick. Oh! Goes through the hands of Darlow. And now Ndoye and Ampadu are going to get into it at the end of the game. Goal. Referee takes the ball from the goalkeeper because we needed to do that for whatever reason. It's 3-1. 100th minute we've reached here. Just blow it, ref. Just blow it. And there you have it, folks. Elland Road celebrates a 3-1 victory over Nottingham Forest. And Forest are in trouble, man. After that result, after watching that, Forest are 100% in trouble, people. That was not the performance they needed to have in a massive 6-pointer. Languishing now. West Ham with a chance to come within 3 points of them, within 3 points of clawing their way out of a nightmare scenario that they themselves have found themselves in. And yeah, it certainly has been. It's been a good game. I think Leeds were tactically far superior. I think they won all the second balls in the middle of the park. They battled really, really well in the middle of the park. And I think for those reasons, they were certainly value for money for this win, able to get their goals and make it happen. And so I think they certainly deserve the win. As for me, we're going to lock it off right there. I certainly appreciate you being here. Hit that like button on the way out. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. I do appreciate it. And I'm going to be live on Fire Them Cannons like very, very soon. So go to Fire Them Cannons here on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed over there and locked in for the Arsenal Alliance show. I'm sure that's coming. That's going to be coming up very, very soon, momentarily. So we're going to lock it off here. Like I said, make sure you are subscribing. Make sure you're hyping it up. Make sure you got the everything locked in. And you will see me next time.